So this vlog is titled How I Strike Balance. By striking balance, I mean work, work, family, and other things. No? So being a teacher who is holding administrative function, it's never that easy. No? We try to ask teachers who are having administrative functions. You ask them, I think they would agree that doing what we do is something that is not easy, very difficult. So you need to strike balance. So how do we strike balance? Uh, Maybe one important tip that I can share would be food. But not food to the point of you will grow obese, no? It's not the food that you're thinking of. When you're stressed, then you binge eat. You binge eat, no? It's not binge eating. Maybe it's still eating, but it's healthy. So to maintain the balance, so make sure that for every hard work, like for example today is tough. No? I checked midterm exam, then I had emergency meeting, then I had another emergency meeting. So 2 p.m. emergency meeting, then 5:30 I had another emergency meeting. So whenever I work that hard, I make sure that I compensate the release of a lot of energy with healthy food, healthy eating. This one. Well, for one, my sugar is not really that high. I'm a hypertensive, but I'm not diabetic. So I compensate my tiredness and the release of a lot of energy and calories within the day by eating the food that I love eating. So that's one. First tip is do not deprive yourself with the food that you love eating. No? And then make sure that when you reach home, there is to be the alone time first. Alone time before doing work, before doing a lot of things with other members of the family. So I think it's important that you have to have alone time. So sometimes I sometimes I make it a point that I isolate myself by meditating, by watering the plants or doing something. So I do not surround myself with thank you. I do not surround myself with my significant others or my family because I need to recharge first. Then when I'm recharged, then I interact with my family. But when I'm very tired and exhausted, I need to recharge first. That's second, recharge by having an alone time first. No? Okay, so the next tip to achieve balance, no, to strike balance in your life, no, in general, would be men up, clean up. No, I think that's according to the book of Jordan Peterson. So men up and clean up. So when I arrive at home, the mentality is not to throw everything away and then get a nap or sleep right away without having to clean up. So when I arrive home, normally I rest for a while, just like a while ago, fix my stuff, arrange, and then clean up. So this is how I maintain balance, because make sure that I have time as well, alone time, time with my family, and of course, you cannot just leave all the responsibility to your wife, no? So it's important that primary would be you have to help do the household chores. No? So this is what I do. So really, first of all, make sure that the kitchen, lavatory, this area here will have to be clean. No? It has to be clean. Make sure that as a husband, as the head of the family, not, king mentality. Avoid that king mentality where people at home will be your servant. On my part, the first, who is the head of the family, should be the last. So, make sure that before I retire at night, make sure that I clean up, spruced up. So we have to clean up. Very important. So I also do the laundry. So I do the laundry as well, and then I cook. So behind this camera is the gas range. And then this is my small kitchen, lavatory. But there are some things that we need to fix. I need to fix here. The cabinets later. So what else? What else do I need to? What other tips? So very important. Other than having alone time, eating the right food, alone time, clean up, is to make sure that you also have to spend time with your family. Find time. On my part, my bonding with my daughter would be helping her out with her assignments. My wife, when we talk about school, so I always have time to talk to my wife. She would update me with the latest chika. So our bonding time would be we're talking about updates. By updates, I mean the latest chika in Winsu or in the family, or just trivial matters. And then other than that, of course, meditation, prayer. I do the rosary. So maybe for other vlog, I can show to you Our Lady of the Pillar. So I have here her image, that I installed here in order that to remind us, to be humble, not to glorify her, but we pay our respects, and then always when we see her, we are reminded to be humble. So the fourth is pray. Prayers would really be important. So I spend time praying. That's how I ultimately achieve balance. So when everything else, everything else fails, like number one, for example, I wasn't able to eat well. Number two, let's say I wasn't able to be alone because there are a lot of things to do in school, that would need you to be with other people, or when you don't have time to clean up. So the only thing that is left, if all other things would fail, would be to pray. So that's how I maintain balance. So whenever everything else didn't work, when everything else I failed to do, so what I do is I pray. So let it be that God will be the first and the last. No? With whatever things that we are trying to accomplish, let God be our guide. Okay? Bye-bye. See you later.